Janice Sequeira, I want to bring you into the conversation. You've, of course, been a witness as well to a MeToo allegation that was leveled in the Indian film industry. And you know, Tanushree, when she leveled that allegation, you bore witness to it as well. But I mean, let's face it, this isn't the first time that we are seeing a MeToo movement. And while it's grabbed national and international headlines and it's grabbed all the attention, the truth is nothing really changed from the time that you were a part of the movement 5 years ago.
I mean, Rishika, what has changed? I mean, so firstly, let's put things in context, right? Yes, I was a witness. And even I remember when Tanushree came out with her story, initially, everyone, if you looked at it at that time, of course, Twitter, now called X, was just calling it a publicity stunt. They'd said, like, oh, you know, she's been out of the public spotlight for so many years. She needs to get back on, you know, get work. She needs to be on Big Boss. She needs to be on a reality show. And hence she's saying that. And, you know, we have this tendency to not believe women when they come out with their stories. And in Tanushree's case, because I had been a witness, because I was on that set, and because I'd seen the sequence of events, and I think because also I was a journalist and I continued being a journalist for quite a few years, so, you know, earned a bit of a decent reputation that she's not someone who's flaky. But because I came and I sort of said, okay, you know, I validated her story and said, no, this actually did happen. And this is from my POV as much as I can remember to the best of my recollection. These are the instances that did happen and she is speaking the truth. It kind of became that, oh, now we'll believe her because there was a witness. But in so many cases in the film industry, there are no witnesses.
Yes.
And honestly, where is the protection? I think Radhika ma'am raised such an important question that, you know, yes, we could go around naming the biggest of the biggest names and say this one did that. And I know that there is a secret whisper campaign, at least in the, you know, for the Hindi actors, a lot of us journalists and a lot of us media people, content creators actors will talk to each other and be like, be careful of this guy, be careful of this creep, be careful of this one. That's that secret whisper campaign. But otherwise, who is believing women? Where is the protection? And the thing is that even if we point fingers and say, you know, this big actor did this, because just like Radhika ma'am said, we all could tell you stories. And I'm not even saying that these are stories we've heard of from others. We've heard from the women themselves about the horrific things that have happened to them. But who is believing us?
Yes.
And the thing is that at the end of the day, we want conviction, right? Because the only way to put the fear of God and to actually change things on ground in every case, whether it's in hospitals, whether it's happening in villages, wherever, is to actually have conviction. When you start punishing them, when they know that they cannot get away with it, is when things will actually change. And first of all, also, I mean, I know it's taken a few years, but I do feel like at least with the Malayalam film industry, there has been a little bit of unity. There has been a little bit of cohesive voices coming together and speaking consistently. With the Hindi film industry, unfortunately, they only went after the low-hanging fruits. Tell me one big name that actually came out. Today you have, you know, the president of the AMMA resigning. You have, you know, all the big producers and actors being talked about in the Malayalam film industry. But in the Hindi film industry, can you tell me one big name that actually was spoken about? It was all the low-hanging fruits. And by the way, let me tell you that each one of those men is back at work and has probably now gotten more work.